All right, so before we go through and look at every Marvel Legend team that you can possibly put together, if there's more, let me know in the comments. But I think I think I got it wiped out for the most part. They're not all perfect, but they're as close as we can get. We're going to talk about Superman. Now, I saw that Laser Pants was flexing with a big popcorn tub, letting everybody know that he saw Superman. So I reached out to him, asked him if the movie was any good, because I heard it was woke. He said it was good, but I take that with a grain of salt. If I want a good review from Laser Pants, I'm going to ask him which buffet I need to go to. That looks like something he might know a little bit more about. And before I start spewing out a bunch of hate about this movie review, like a bunch of negative shit, I got this, hold on a second. I got this bird feeder down there because we got a lot of woodpeckers, blue jays, cardinals, doves, all kinds of cool exotic birds to feed them. That lasted for one day because the blackbirds came around and treated that thing like a carnival cruise. So that thing's over. I can't afford to feed them. Like, I got to run them off. I will get the pellet gun out and address the problem. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, so about this Superman movie, I have to admit, I didn't really like Superman's costume. I wasn't very impressed with Hawkgirl's costume either. Her performance was very mid. Outside of that, the movie, I thought, was pretty fucking good. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was good. Now, I know with James Gunn, you're thinking it could be woke, and then James Gunn, you're always kind of wondering if he's on the Epstein list that's probably never going to come out, or if he can actually make a good superhero movie. Well, this time, I think he did pretty good. I thought he did pretty good on Suicide Squad, too. Actually, he does pretty good most of the time. But enough about Superman. Let's get into these. I was scrolling through YouTube. I saw displaying model behavior, putting teams together of action figures that he doesn't even have, putting setups together of shit that he doesn't even have. And what tells me is that he is a little bit smarter than the rest of us, because he reviews stuff and makes video stuff, and he's smart enough not to buy it, still make videos about it, and make money from it. So I figured if he can do that, I can do a video where I actually show you the team and real action figures on my shelf. And I'm not just mad or jealous at him because he has a hot black girlfriend. And I always thought that he was playing for the other team. But when he started flexing and pulling that out, it did kind of make me a little jealous. So to get even, I'm going to show off all my Marvel Legends teams. I'm sure you're sick of looking at me. That's easy to do. Let's get to it. All right, so before you comment on all the mess down here, I'm still shuffling through my collection. I'm still listing shit on Macari. I'm still figuring out what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. And I don't want to play with toys more than 2 hours a day. So this is going to take a little time. So you don't have to ask about that. Now we're going to get to the teams. Let's start right down here. I don't have a steering stabler on this bitch, so it might get a little shaky, so apologize in advance. Got the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book team. I think most of that came in a box set. That's awesome when they do something like that. Everybody's in the right costume, and it looks amazing. The Cabal, I threw that Namor in there. I know that's probably not the right one, but I thought he looked really good in there. Everybody's pretty much in the right costume. Definitely digging that. Then you have the Illuminati. That Mr. Fantastic is probably the best one that they've ever made. Love that thing to death. Everybody is pretty much in the right costume for that one too. Life Foundation, that was a box set, but then you had to go old school to bring in the other ones to complete that team, but they actually did, and bravo, thank you for actually completing a team. That's pretty awesome. We have the Hellfire Club. I got Kit Bash, the black guy, I don't know his name. We still need the fat guy. I think there's actually 2 fat guys, but I'd be happy if we got just one of them. If they could give us the fat guy, that team would be complete, and I would love that so much because I'm tired of that team being incomplete. You have the champions. Angel's in the wrong costume. Everybody else is pretty much in the right costume. That one is, it's good, man. Just if they could get Angel right, that would be awesome. Then you have the invaders. They used the Human Torch up there for Toro or whatever his name is, the robot Human Torch. But that's it. That's everybody's pretty much in the right costume. That one's good to go. The team that I want them to finish more than any other team, the Inhumans. Come on, guys, get your head out of your ass. Quit making repaints and redos and finish a fucking team. Then you have Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, the new school team. They gave us a Toad. They gave us a Blob. Now we have an extra Sauron on the way. If you could just give us the leader of that team, I don't know his name. He's some guy that wears a pink cloak, but we need him. Shannon, let me know in the comments what his name is. We'll step it up here. Here's part of the whole collection. We're not doing that today. We're just going over the teams. We'll start on the middle shelf. We'll have to bounce around a little bit because they don't really fit on all one shelf, so you'll have to deal with the shaky camera when we jump from part to part. Sinister Six, everybody is in the right costume. It would be nice to get the Doc Ock in the purple costume, but I think he only wore that for 1 second in the comics just for the cover, and then he jumped to the green one. I went ahead and went with the vintage old school Vulture. That thing, that's the one. That's the one you need. That's still the best one. The ball hips suck. Other than that, the figure's absolutely amazing. That's called sculpted detail for you new kids out there. That's what they used to do that a long time ago. Then you have Sinister Syndicate. This is the right rhino. I was going to sell this rhino, then I figured out I needed this rhino to complete this team. It's almost there. All we need is Boomerang in his old school vintage costume, not the one that I'm getting ready to show you. If they could make that, that team would be complete. They probably never will, but if they did, that would be awesome. Then you have back here Boomerang Sinister Six. See, we need a Boomerang, but in a different costume to complete this other team. But there's that. The angle's weird. I know. You got to work with me on this. All we need is that Overdrive. They've showed them. They've teased them. We still don't have them. It just goes to show how incompetent the Hasbro team is. Maybe that's why they're starting to lose their jobs. Sucks for them. You have the Order. Doctor Strange, he needs the solid blue suit. They've made so many Doctor Stranges. I don't know why they haven't made that Doctor Strange. Everybody else is pretty much in the right costume. Maximum Carnage. The only one we need to complete that team is Carry On. He would be an extremely easy repaint, and I wouldn't be mad for a repaint in this case to finish this team. If we could just get that one character to complete that team, come on, man. Do it. Stop doing all this weird, stupid shit that nobody cares about and complete some of these teams. Midnight Suns. This one's far from finished. Rumor is they're going to do a new one of him. I don't care if they do or don't because I have the old one, and the old one looks just fine to me. And they're missing about 4 characters to complete that team, so that team will probably never get done. So I went ahead and put a sign out. I'm just calling that my version of the Midnight Suns because they'll never finish it. Alpha Flight. This just goes to show how bad they really suck. They made a box set to complete the team, and then they forgot the little green mermaid chick, Mura. But instead, they give us her. That girl, I don't even know her name because I never wanted her. And she's not really even in this version of the team. So it'd be nice if we could get the real girl figure to complete that team and round that off. And of course, Jesse Falcon has way more pull than Dwight, even though Jesse Falcon doesn't even work for Hasbro anymore. He's started off a next wave team. And who the fuck cares about Next Wave? I think we're still missing like 1 or 2 characters to that team, so good luck on that. Then you have the Reavers over here. They almost did it. They almost completed the team. We're still missing the leader to the team. They did make him. He's right down here. But he doesn't belong in that costume. So if anybody adds that to this team, well, your team sucks. They need him in like a purple jacket or something to round this team up. But that team's cool. It would be nice if they could complete it someday. Fearsome 4. Good luck completing this team, because that Howard the Duck is hard to come by, and Frankenstein might be just as hard, if not harder. But the Fearsome 4, really cool team. Glad I could put it together. Then you have Uncanny. Holy fuck me. I just put her up. That's why. I know I don't do tipped over action figures because I put stands on everybody that falls one time. And I'm not going to run and put a stand out right now for that one, but sorry about that. Because I pride myself on having an action figure collection where every action figure is standing. There's one back there on the back hiding. They've did enough characters in this team to complete 2 of these teams. They just redid her. We already had her. She was fine before. They redid him. He was still cool. The old Archangel was still pretty cool. But they would rather redo characters like this instead of complete teams like, how far do I gotta jump? How far? Not too far. To complete teams like this, like the New Warriors, still missing a character to that team. Coming back. And then we're back to the X-Force. This team, what looks wrong in this picture? What looks wrong? Hey, Dwight, do you know who that is? That's Farrell. We need her to complete this team. Come on, guys. You're so close. Just give us that one figure for we can round this thing off. Then you have the Spider-Man and his amazing friends. This came in a box set. That's always cool when they do that. You get the whole thing all in one. Love it. Then you have giant-sized Defenders. That's a pretty cool team. I went with an old-school Silver Surfer on there just to make them look a little bit different, because Silver Surfer is in almost as many teams as Doctor Strange, so you got to get a few of those. Then you have a newer Defenders team. This is my favorite Defenders team. This is my second favorite Defenders team. Another Defenders team. Everybody's in the right costume, I think, for the most part, and that one looks pretty good. Then you have another Defenders team. And don't worry if you don't have that red She-Hulk. I heard they're going to be making another one because I keep watching all the leak videos from Displaying Model Behavior. So he is good for something. I do love those videos, by the way. Keep them coming. You took Rectangular's throne. You just kicked him right to the fucking... You made him bite the curb, like really bad. But I guess you're the new leak guy, so that's why everybody's watching your videos, because I definitely love them. Then you got X Factor right here. Complete, everybody in the right costume. That is fucking awesome. Thank you guys for actually doing something right. Astonishing X-Men. You're going to redo all this team before you complete this team, but that's just how you do it. I heard that you're going to make her and Colossus in a 2-pack, but why wouldn't you? Because we already have them. Don't redo Beast. That's the one everybody wants, which we all know that they'll probably never redo Beast, because that would require them carrying and a new mold. So good luck on that one, fellas. Then you have the New Mutants. This one, I think we're still missing like 2 or 3 members to this team. I know that one there on the back is a kit bash. But I know we need a Cannonball in the right costume. I think 1 or 2 other guys. It doesn't matter. They're never going to make them. But I put it up because that's as close as we'll ever get. Then you have the New Warriors. We're still missing... the Namor chick, but not the blue one that they gave us, the one in the flesh tone, which they know that they fucked up, but they don't care that they fucked up. It just shows how incompetent that team is. But hey, layoffs are coming. Maybe the next guys will get it right. These aren't the teams, but we're already here. Here you have the Age of Apocalypse. Here you have the House of M. Good luck completing this one. We got Spider-Man way in the back. This was also a box set. And then Wolverine came separate, but it's pretty nice to have some vintage figures mixed in. Then down there you have the House of X. We're running back down here, and we're going to work our way down. So hopefully I'll go slow for it's not too blurry. Shout out to Toy Blocks for that, by the way. Giant size X-Men. Everybody is, wanted a Banshee because nobody had the old Banshee. I had the old Banshee. I gave it back to Amazon. And now you can complete that team. Everybody in the right costumes. Everybody's looking really good. Then you have the blue. X-Men team, I think everybody's in the right costume. Jubilee is kind of like an in and out on that one, but you got to have her in some kind of X-Men team, or it just wouldn't be X-Men without her. Then you have the gold team. Everybody's in the right costume. You guys are probably getting kind of tired. Let's take a little intermission. All right, so this is where it goes down at. If you don't know what that is, you've never been to Florida. And there it is. Something way cooler than action figures. All right, let's get into this, and then we'll get back to the team building. It's a little stiffer than what I was expecting. Fine, doing this with one hand. I'm not gonna go too crazy, just a little quick snack here. They actually combine two of my favorite things. You know what, we gotta put the phone down. All right, so two of my favorite things. Hamburgers and cake, all in one. Look how good that looks. Like, that's art right there, that's art. Let's do a little taste test real quick. We'll get back in there. All right, here it is. All right, it's been good. Definitely looks better than it tastes, but all right, let's get back to it. All right, right back at it. Now you have post-geonosis. Hope I'm saying that right. You guys will beat me up in the comics. X-Men team. When they did this team, I instantly did a video making fun of Dwight because he was so stupid that he didn't know that this figure was missing from the team. Apparently he did. He watched the video to make me stupid, and we got him. Even though we wanted him in the gold costume, they gave us him in the silver costume because he's only in the gold costume in the cover, and then he wears a silver one in the book. But we still want the gold one, so they'll give us the silver one first so they can repaint it, and we'll buy the gold one later. And you know we'll buy the gold one later. I am. And then I'll probably even keep the silver one because I'm like retarded like that. Then you have the Extension X-Men team. This is a really cool one because you have Dagger Way there in the back. I think that's her name. I hope it's not. I hope that's her name. This is also one that's really hard to come by to complete this team. This is a team that not too many people can complete, so it's nice to have in your collection. The best box set they have ever did. Can you believe they did this? Professor X was in it. But these ones, the X-Men, we got all of those characters in one box set. The best thing Hasbro has ever did, probably because that's when Bobby Vallon was working there. Not to suck his dick, but I mean, it's the facts. It's the truth. Squadron Supreme. I cannot believe that they did this. They started this team and they finished it within like 2 years. That is something. Bravo, Dwight. You actually pulled your head out of your ass long enough to do something right. That was really cool. Then you have another Brotherhood team. This is a really good one. It's kind of pick and choose. You can add and subtract on this team forever. You can make it as big as you want, as small as you want. There's so many members in it, but these are the ones that I put in my team, and I think it looks really good on the shelf. And you have yet another Brotherhood team. This is everybody's favorite team, but nobody can complete this team because nobody has the Toad and nobody has the Mastermind. Really, that's I might have stole this idea from Rectangular or somebody. That's the Scarecrow from Batman, and I stuck it all on I peeled the cape off, or the cloak off, or whatever you want to call that. I peeled it off of the Scarecrow. I stuck it on a Marvel Legends figure in a brown suit. Put the cigarette in his hand. That's from like the Gremlins, so I know that's really way too big for him. Throw that in there with a Toad that everybody wanted, but they didn't get because they give us a new Toad so they can start another team that they never complete. Then you have Serpent Society. They did all the repainted characters. I think that they're doing, what's his, Backlash or something? I think they're redoing him because he's an easy repaint. But they won't ever do any of the cool characters that are like half snake or have snake arms because that would require them to care and make new molds. So they'll just give us all the ones that they can repaint and then we'll screw us on the rest of them. Then you have Generation X, another team that they started that they'll never finish because once again they're taking the easy way out. We still need the guy that looks like the Thing, and we still need the other guy that looks like Mr. Fantastic. We'll probably never get those because, once again, that would require new molds. Then you have the X-Men Outback team. They're so close, but so far. We still need the Colossus shirtless, which we might get when they do that 2-pack with this one. And maybe they'll do some changes to make them look right for this team. And then you have the Psylocke up there. She's not the one that goes in that team, but they'll, once again, that's a character that they'll probably never finish. Winter Guard. It was Winter Guard before, and now it's like Soviet something, because they keep adding figures to the team. It was a complete team before, but then they added characters, so now it's like an incomplete team with a different name. I can't really think of the name right now, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, don't you? Don't you? Well, I hope you do. But either way, that's that team. It's pretty well put together. Of course, Marvel Select has to show off. Sucks that they're going out of business. Look how good their Marvel Select figures are compared to Marvel Legends. They just completely destroy them. The Thunderbolts team, they did a Comic-Con Thunderbolts set with a few key characters that some of you guys don't have and some of you guys will never get because it's super expensive and hard to find on Mercari. But good luck completing this team. That's another one. I want like the classic Thunderbolts team with like the giant guy, whatever the fuck his name is. You know, when they were like all bad guys that became good guys in different costumes. That's the Thunderbolt team I want to put together, but we can't do that. So we'll put this one together until that happens. Then you have Force Works. The movie, what's his name? Movie War Machine is a perfect match for this one. I don't really like the movie Marvel figures too much, but that is one that you need for this team. And then they have the, you know how they redid the U.S. Agent? You still have the old one and the new one. Those are two different those are two different figures. You need them both. Like that's one, Captain America is the one with the star on the shield, and then the U.S. Agent, I'm pretty sure is one, I don't know, maybe I have it backwards. But either way, you still need the old one. So you new school collectors, when they made that, you thought you came up. You didn't, you still need the old one. The Thunderbolts, another one. This is a really cool one. The red team, I know I need to paint the white stripes on that Agent Venom. Once I do that, that team will be absolutely perfect. Since they're redoing characters all the time, why don't you go ahead and redo us on Elektra, because that one is looking kind of tired up there, and I could use an extra one for another team. Uncanny Avengers. Hopefully I'm doing good on the camera. My arms are starting to burn. This is another one where they make these weird costumes, like the Thor. You're like, why the fuck do I need that Thor? You need him for this one. Why the fuck do I need that Captain America? You need him for this one. So they made these weird costumes, and you don't know where to put them, and then the team finally rounds out, and you're going, holy shit, maybe they do know what they're doing, but then you realize that they really don't. See this character right here? What the fuck's his name? Oh, who cares? That would be a perfect repaint character for Carry On. Then we can complete the Maximum Carnage line. Come on, guys. Do it. Do it. Do it. Everybody wants you to remake this team because they're cheap as fuck and they don't want to buy them secondhand on Mercari because they're like $100 each. So fuck you guys. I got mine. Good luck getting yours. All new, all different Avengers. The weakest fucking Avenger team ever put together. I'm sure they could probably put a weaker team together, but that team sucks. Let's just keep going. You got the Dark Avengers. I went ahead and added the Void in there. I put the other one in the back of Supreme with the evil head for he's like mid-transformation. Then he turns into that big giant monster. Then he can basically destroy fucking anybody. They redid him. I thought the first one was good. They finally put her in the right costume. Everybody else is complete. That team is absolutely perfect. I heard that they're redoing, what the fuck? I can't even think of his name. Arrow? What the, Hawkeye. What the fuck? So this is the one that you want with the one with the head, the bullseye head on it. I heard they're redoing him for this team because, of course, they're going to redo figures that they already have instead of completing teams that they haven't. That's just how they do it, guys. I don't know. But who knows? They only got 2 more guys to go that'll lose their jobs. I'm not talking about Dan because I love Dan. Dan's a gangster. I'm talking about Dwight and Jesse. Get rid of those 2, and then they might complete some of these teams. This is the other U.S. Agent, Captain America. Let me show you this. You do need See, one has a star and one doesn't. So you do need both of them. Oh, he's probably not going to stand. Motherfucker. This is embarrassing. I got one hand on the camera, one hand on this guy. I'm just gonna take him down. Sorry about the inconvenience, guys. I'll have to get a stand and put him up later. If I had two hands, I could get him to stand. A lot of these Marvel Legends got soft knees, so you know how it goes. They all eventually seem to fall. Then you have the Savage Avengers. Everybody needs a Conan. Fortunately for you, you might be able to find one of these on Mercari. Probably not. If you can't do that, Mezco's is too small, but there's been a couple other people make a really good Conan figure. You can grab him, complete this team. Dr. Voodoo is skeptical if that's the right suit or not. Some comics it is, some comics it isn't. He also wears a white suit, but I think that one's kind of gay. I like him better in this suit. That's why I have him displayed that way. Avengers Assemble from the cartoon. Once again, when they made half these costumes, you're like, what the fuck are these costumes for? Then you can actually put this team together, and every character up there is in the right costume. That is absolutely amazing that they could do something like that. Then you have the Secret Avengers. This is also another cool one. I'm not sure about the Beast. I'm pretty sure it's close enough to the right costume to where it works. I got my little Ant-Man down there, Giant Man, whoever you want to call him. And then the rest of the team, it's like when they made that Nova in that costume, like, what the fuck's that for? Oh, it's for this team. And it's like, do they do this shit on accident? Like sometimes, because there's no way they're smart enough to realize that they put this team together, but then they did. The Mighty Avengers, another really good Avenger team. Hard to put together because not too many people have that Giant Man, but when you get them, you can put this team together. Everybody's in the right costume, and it's looking pretty fucking awesome. The Young Avengers, you could add people to this team, like the Hawkeye girl, but this was a box set, and it's vintage, and she's like all new and modern, kinda, and they're old with the ball hips, so I'm going to leave it just like that. I think that's everybody that you really need for the Young Avengers team. Then you have the New Avengers. Good luck completing this one, because you need that Ronin over there. I had the mask and maskless. I sold the unmasked to Shannon. If you can get your hands on that, you can easily put this team together. It's just nice to have in your collection. And then you have the regular old school Avengers. I still got my old Thor in here with the ball hips. Even though I upgraded the Iron Man, I kept the old Hulk. It's nice to have. I don't want everything to be the new, latest, greatest. I like to mix it in with some of the old stuff, some of the new stuff. Then you have the Annihilators, Queer Stars in the wrong costume. Everybody else is in the right costume, and that's like the toughest team of all teams. I think they could beat any team. Look at that lineup. Like, it's a little too overpowering, you know. Then you have the Fantastic Four, like some weird kickoff team. It's cool to put together. The Hulk could be in a little bit better costume just if you had like just a white shirt on instead of the suit. The suit works too, but it's nice to put that team together. I went ahead and opened the Mezco box set. I wasn't going to, then I saw somebody do a review on it. I realized that this thing is truly amazing. This is one of the best things Mezco's ever did. It's actually one of the best things that I have in my toy room. I thought that Mr. Fantastic was a little weird when I saw him at Comic-Con, but then after I put him together, I loved it. That Kirby is insane. All the doors open, all the tools come out. It's just insane. I have the thing back there bending the light pole. This box set almost comes with too many options. As you can see what I did to Human Torch. The thing, you can dress them up, dress them down. Everybody has so many accessories and options that you can't even use them all. It would be nice if Marvel Legends could do something like that. Then you have the shittiest X-Men team of all. Even though Wolverine and Spider-Man are in it, trying to pick up the slack from the two like inside kids, but I mean they can only do so much. Then you have the Fantastic Four team, the blue with the black belt, powered up, ready to go. I think maybe they're not powered up. You have Bagman over there, aka Spider-Man, and then over here you have the Fantastic Four team powered down in the blue and white stripe. Added crystal to that. I did go ahead and order that Fantastic Four She-Hulk because I want to keep the attorney suit. This one's like a 2-for-1. And then I'll put the attorney suit over there in my Hulk collection. And then, you know, I'll just have another one. I think I do like that other figure. But there they are all powered down. And then you have this weird team that nobody ever asked for in the black and blue, more modern costume. It's kind of who gives a shit. And then you have my last team in my collection. I think this is my last team. I hope I didn't forget any. Oh, that's Mole Man. For you guys, a display model behavior. Do you have one of him? I'm just kidding. Do half of you guys have one of him? I know you keep crying for one of him, but you ain't got one, but I do. And here he is, suckers. But here you have the Fantastic Four car. This is probably my favorite piece of my whole entire collection. That's because the sail barge isn't out yet, but it will be soon. And this is the same Fantastic Four team as that Fantastic Four team, except for these are powered up and these are powered down. I think that's it for the video. Love y'all. Thanks for watching. One more thing on the Superman trailer. Normally I just wait for Nerd Erotic to tell me why I shouldn't like the movie. This time I took it upon myself, watched it, liked the movie, saw his review. He didn't hate it, but he didn't love it. I think he was a little harsh on this one, and Beetlejuice too. But go check out Superman. It's a good movie. We need to get behind that one. I was just getting ready to jump in the shower. I almost forgot. Don't be out there.
You sucking dick.